you borrowed it again?
Granny borrowed it.
I wish she'd get her own.
She's got her own, but borrowing yours gives her a chance for a daily snoop round your bit of the house. It's not down there.
No?
No, she left it in my kitchen last night when she came for her daily snoop round my bit of the house.
Oh.
Had breakfast?
Breakfast.
It's not enough for you, Claire. No one can expect to do a day's work on just a cup of coffee.
Oh, you're not intending to do a proper day's work, then?
Well, it's different for me. I am not 18 years old. Over the years, I have just come to realise that my metabolism doesn't need anything to eat in the morning.
Exactly what I've come to realise. Hereditary metabolism.
Well, I didn't realise it till I was about 23.
So you were a late developer?
Oh, come on. You've got time for something before you go to work. How many rashers?
Ugh, none. Look, Mummy, the whole point of me having my own flat upstairs was that I could lead my own life without you interfering.
I don't interfere. I never make suggestions how you should run your life. I simply think you should have a proper breakfast.
End of breakfast and end of conversation.
Claire?
Oh, never mind. We'll avoid all these arguments when I get my own place.
We've got your own place upstairs.
Too close to your own place, I'm afraid.
Are you really planning to move out?
Yes, must get to work.
But Claire!
Bye.
Good morning, Mother. Come in.
Good morning, Sarah, dear. I wondered if I could borrow
some...
Yes.
What?
How about milk?
How about it? Yes, of course you can. In spite of the fact that I know you have 3 full pints in your fridge. Why not borrow some coffee as well? And a mug. And a chair.
Thank you, dear.
You know, the idea of that flat downstairs was that it was self-contained.
Oh, I know. Well, it is, but I'm not. You had your breakfast?
Just coffee.
Oh, it's not enough for you, Sarah, dear. No one can do a proper day's work.
Mother.
I heard you and Claire arguing again this morning.
Well, that wasn't arguing. That was quite friendly. At least she's talking to me at the moment.
Oh, yes. Confides in you, does she?
To an extent. You know something.
Claire's been getting home late a lot recently, hasn't she? You have to ask her what she's been doing.
No, she has her own flat. She leads her own life. I don't think parents should pry.
Oh, no. No, nor do I. When it's your own child, well, that's different. Mrs. Johnson from the day centre's grandson, Terry, works behind the bar in the Red Lion.
Does he? Well, in these days of mass unemployment, that's wonderful news, isn't it?
And he's seen Claire in there more than once in the evenings.
Well, so she wants to go for a drink with friends.
Not friends. Friend.
Oh.
An older man.
The same older man each time, or is she working her way through the Bowls Club?
The same one each time.
Wonder who he is.
I know.
Surprise, surprise.
Margaret Walton's cousin Pauline heard about him from Valerie Brown on the pension counter system there.
Goodness. The geriatric grapevine's been working overtime.
He coaches at the tennis club.
Well, the older man must be fit for his age. What about Claire hasn't told me anything about it?
Well, you never told me when you went to see Jailhouse Rock with that teddy boy Mick.
Mother, that was 25 years ago. Anyway, it wasn't a teddy boy. He just borrowed his father's jacket and it was too long for him.
But you never told me.
No, all right, I didn't. Because, quite frankly, I knew that if I did, I would never hear the end of it. And 25 years later, how right I was.
What do you mean?
Come on, Mother. Even you must admit you've always been an interfering old bat.
To their daughters, Sarah, all mothers are interfering old bats. It's just something that goes with the job.
Sorry, Russ.
Don't worry. I managed to stem the avalanche of customers.
Got waylaid by my mother.
Oh, well, in that case, congratulations on getting away so quickly.
Thanks. Get on with the catalogues, or is there anything else needs doing?
Catalogues, please. So, what's your mother's problem this time?
Well, someone else's problem, really.
It's never stopped her from interfering before.
I Actually, it's Claire. Seems she's having a secret affair.
Who says?
Mother.
Well,
No, Russell, if she says so, it's true. Mother's OAP information service is so good the CIA have tried to buy her out.
now, are we talking about a full-blown affair with 2 veg and all the trimmings?
Don't know. All I know so far is that Claire's keeping it a secret and it's with an older man. But I have a nasty feeling that as her mother, I ought to find out what's going on.
Can't you just ask her about it?
What, sit her down for a serious talk?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know, having a serious talk with Claire at the moment is rather like trying to catch an eel with a lasso. This is just another of the hundreds of times a week when I want to ask Henry.
Must be hard with the major decisions.
It's not the major decisions. Usually it's just trivial things, practical things. Does the right-hand main switch control the old round pin socket in the spare room? You know, it's things like that that could get me into spiritualism. Hello, Henry. Should I change the antifreeze in the car? 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no.
And should Claire be moving in with this older man?
Yes! You know, there are machines that could put these catalogues into envelopes quicker than me.
Maybe, but no machine would have your special soap opera function.
What do you mean?
Well, you realise that without your daily accounts of your mother and daughter's doings, I'd have to go back to watching Dynasty.
Claire! 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 Ah, Claire. I wondered if we could have a little chat. Maybe you could join me for supper.
I'm going to have supper in the bath.
Claire, 2 chocolate digestives covered with butter and golden syrup cannot by any stretch of the imagination be described as supper.
See you.
Claire, I really do want to talk.
Oh, it's as bad as that, is it?
Look, you were back late again this evening.
So? Now, I thought the idea of me having my own flat was that you didn't monitor my comings and goings.
Yes, it was. But listen, Claire, I don't think you've been working late, and I don't think you've been playing badminton.
I'm going to run my bath.
I think you've been drinking in the Red Lion. With a man.
And I think you've been listening to malicious gossip.
No, I've been talking to your grandmother. Claire, listen, I just want to get a few things straight. For instance, all this talk of moving out of here. Do you mean moving in with this man?
Why not?
For no reason. Well, some reasons. Yes, quite a lot of reasons, I come to think of it. I mean, for all you know, he might be married. No, I am thinking of you, love. I just don't want you to get hurt. I have been through what you're feeling, Claire.
Have you?
Yes, love. You're very like me in some ways.
Oh, please don't say that.
I ever not.
Mummy, I'm only 18. The only thing that keeps my generation going is the thought that we're going to manage better than your lot.
What a comfort you are to me, Claire.
So you did talk?
Yes. At least I managed to find her this time. Usually when I want a serious talk, she disappears.
Yes, she goes out to the garden shed.
Does she? What's the attraction of the garden shed?
You aren't there, dear.
Thank you, Mother.
So, what did she tell you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Maybe I'd better have a little talk with her.
Oh, I don't think we're reduced to that, Mother.
Well, if you say so. I do understand, you know. I've been through what you're feeling, Sally. Oh, yes. We're very alike in some ways.
Mother, please don't say that. Right. 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 You sure you don't mind me going?
Oh, I can cope with the lunchtime rush. Go on, you're just making excuses. You want to avoid this confrontation?
Well, of course I do.
It's what Henry would have done.
I suppose so.
Go on. Off to the OK Corral with you.
It's going to be awfully embarrassing. I mean, when I get to the tennis club, how will I start talking to him?
Say you're having trouble with your backhand.
Yes. Right. Bag, coat, umbrella, anything else I need?
Shotgun?
Thanks. Hello?
Hello. I wondered if I could have a word.
Yeah, sure.
Won't your pupil mind?
No, no, no. Won't be long. Keep practicing your serve. Much better. Cheers. I think this is rather magnificent of you, coming to beard your daughter's seducer in his den.
I don't know that it's... Seducer?
I use the term figuratively.
Do you? Oh, I'm sorry, I feel awful being here.
Have you vetted all of Claire's boyfriends?
Vetted?
It's an expression.
Oh, yes, sorry. No, I haven't. I mean, it's just, in your case, you're so much older than she is.
Oh, 10 years maybe. I'm 34.
Claire is 18.
Oh, is she? Only 18. She's mature for her age.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yes, and very attractive. She looks remarkably like you. I expect you often get mistaken for sisters. Are you asking me to stop seeing her?
No, of course not. It's not my place to... I feel awful. I shouldn't have come. You see, I was getting terribly worked up about how unsuitable you were going to be. And now I meet you and you're so normal and nice, and I can understand exactly what Claire sees in you.
Can you?
Well, I mean, I can see what an 18-year-old would see in someone who, well, it's, you know.
Yes, I think it might be better all round if I did stop seeing Claire.
Well, if you feel that.
And started seeing you instead.
Goodbye. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So, Nick packed his tents, quitted the field, and left you triumphant.
Yes, I suppose he did, really.
Well done. Henry would be proud of you.
Yes. But I didn't mean to break up Claire's affair. Even so, I didn't think it would have lasted. Nick's not really serious. He's just, you know, I mean, one of those attractive, amusing, lively sort of men. He's got a good deal of charm. Good looking, good company.
Sounds fun.
Yes. But the sort who'd chat up anything in a skirt. Not very stable. I mean, he was even chatting me up.
Sure sign of instability. Hello, Bygone Books.
Is Sarah there?
Yes, she is. One moment. For you?
Hello.
Sarah? Nick.
Oh. Hello.
I was wondering about meeting for that drink we talked about.
Well, you might have talked about meeting for a drink. I didn't.
Let's not get sidetracked by pronouns. How about tonight? The Red Lion at 6?
No, I can't. I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, pity. I wanted to talk about Claire, about how we can stop Claire from being hurt.
Ah, well, all right, quick drink.
Good.
But not the Red Lion.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Mrs. Johnson from the day centre's grandson Terry works behind the bar.
Ah.
Mother. I thought you'd be in bed, or at least down in your own flat.
Well, I thought, dear, that when you did eventually get home, you'd want to pop down to the flat to say goodnight, and if I were up here, it would save you the trouble of the stairs.
Very thoughtful of you. Good night, Mother. There, I've said it.
Another nice evening.
Yes, thank you.
Go anywhere nice.
Yes, thank you.
Good. You know Mrs. Graham, the receptionist at the surgery's brother-in-law's stepson, Colin?
No, I don't believe I do.
Well, he works as a barman at the Spotted Cow in Stipton.
Oh. Does it?
I mean, I'm the last one to interfere.
Of course.
But I do think you should be a bit careful.
Careful?
Yes. Just because you're a widow, Sarah, there's no need to gad.
I really don't think I can stand it much longer, Russell. I'm 42, for God's sake. The way she treats me, you'd think I was a schoolgirl who'd been caught snogging behind the bicycle sheds.
What about Claire? Is she very upset?
No, she seems to have survived remarkably well. Very cheerful. On the rare occasions when I see her.
Does she know?
Know what?
About you seeing Nick.
Oh, I wouldn't put it as strongly as that, Russell.
You can't put it much weaker than seeing, Sarah.
No, I suppose not. No, I haven't actually got round to telling Claire yet. I will, of course.
I think you'd better.
Yes, but relations with my daughter are very sunny at the moment. It's my bloody mother who's causing the problems. Henry always said she shouldn't have moved into that flat.
But he didn't get on with her?
Oh, they got on fine. He just didn't think I could cope.
Ah.
And he was right. Oh, if Henry was still here, I could cope. A lot of things I could do if Henry was still here.
And a few you couldn't.
Like?
Secret drinks with Boris Becker.
There's nothing serious in that.
No?
No. Well, no. Nick.
Hmm?
There's something I want to ask you.
Yes?
You married?
Oh, now, Sarah. Surely you don't think it's proper for married men to run around with nubile young widows?
That's not answering my question.
No. You want a straight yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Ah.
Shouldn't you say good or something?
Should I?
Only if you think it is good.
Yes, I think on balance, I do.
Well, I'm glad to hear that anyway. There are so many totally unscrupulous men about.
Well, I've set your mind at rest, so now do you think you could break the habit of a lifetime and mind your own business, Mother?
Oh, my mind's still not wholly at rest.
Mother, there is nothing in it.
A girl I was at school with went out with a Venezuelan, and she said there was nothing in it. She bore him 7 children, then he said there was nothing in it and went back to Caracas.
I can look after myself, Mother.
Just take care, is all I say. When you get widowed, there's a strong temptation to have a fling. I know, I found that.
Mother, you were 70 when you were widowed.
No less temptation. Men still think you're fair game. Only 3 months after your father died, Wallace Merton made a suggestion in his greenhouse.
Did he?
I said no, of course. It doesn't mean I wasn't tempted.
No. Fine. Good. Well, I must,
Oh, incidentally, Claire was looking for you.
Claire, looking for me? That's unheard of.
She said she wanted a chat.
Oh.
going so furtively?
Out to the garden shed.
There's nothing in there.
No, there isn't, is there?
Well, I wanted to talk to you.
Ah. So, what did you want to talk about?
About Nick.
Nick?
Yes, Nick. You know, the bloke you didn't approve of.
Oh, yes, I remember vaguely.
Well, I've stopped seeing him.
Yes, I know. I mean, yes, so I gathered.
Told him to get lost.
Well done, you. When?
Last night.
Last night?
Yes. I discovered he'd been two-timing me.
How did you find out? I mean, what makes you think that?
I heard about it from Lindsay Hackett's cousin's fiance's hairdresser.
No, you do take after your grandmother.
She saw him in a pub, the George and Dragon at Pelton.
Oh.
With this old woman.
Old woman?
Well, older than him, anyway. Oh, I was furious. I mean, there he is, making up to me, and all the time he was going around with his tart.
What makes you think she was a tart?
Oh, come on, Mummy, don't be naive. What other reasons could someone like him have for going around with a woman that age? Well, anyway, that's not all. I found out more than that.
Oh, dear. Did you? All right, tell me the worst.
He's married.
No, he's not.
Married with 3 kids. Lindsay Hackett's cousin's fiance's hairdresser does his wife's hair.
Oh.
Apparently he's always being unfaithful. Even had a fling with Lindsay Hackett's cousin's fiance's hairdresser.
Did he?
So anyway, wanted to say sorry.
Sorry to me. Why?
Well, for not listening to you. You said he was no good.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, why don't you say I told you so?
Well...
Oh, go on. You were right and I was wrong. Oh, you must be feeling really smug and self-righteous at the moment.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that, Claire.